Hollow Creek was a forgotten place, swallowed by mist and time. The woods pressed close, a wall of dark trees and twisted branches. The village huddled within, houses sagging like weary men.
I came to Hollow Creek seeking knowledge. I'd heard whispers of the cottage, of Maera, the woman who lived there. But I, hungry for forbidden wisdom, paid them no heed.
He found the cottage on the edge of the village, where the trees crowded close, their shadows long and hungry. It leaned against the encroaching forest, a testament to neglect and time.
I hesitated, a flicker of doubt, swift as a bat's wing. I pushed it aside. I stepped towards the cottage, my boots crunching on the path's overgrown stones.
The door creaked open, a mournful sound. Inside, the air was thick with dust and decay. Cobwebs hung like shrouds from every corner.
I stepped inside, my eyes adjusting to the gloom. The room was small, cramped with strange objects. Jars lined the shelves, filled with herbs and powders. Bones and dried plants hung from the rafters. A thick layer of dust covered everything.
On a three-legged stool lay a book. Its leather cover was worn, the pages thick and yellowed. Jace reached for it, tracing a symbol etched into the leather. He felt a sudden chill, a prickle of unease. He ignored it, drawn to the book's power.
I opened the book. The pages crackled like dry leaves. The words were in a language I didn't recognize yet understood. An incantation, a summoning. This was what I sought.
Jace began to read aloud. The words felt strange on his tongue, ancient and powerful. The candle flames sputtered, casting grotesque shapes on the walls. The air grew colder, a damp chill that seeped into his bones. He continued to read, his voice growing stronger, more confident.
The shadows in the room deepened, twisting and writhing as if alive. The air crackled with energy. I felt a thrill of anticipation mixed with fear. I was treading on dangerous ground, but I couldn't stop now. I wouldn't.
He reached the final words of the incantation. A sudden gust of wind slammed the door shut. The candle flickered once and died, plunging the room into darkness. Jace gasped, his heart pounding.
I was plunged into absolute darkness. I felt a presence, something ancient and evil.
A pair of eyes ignited in the darkness, burning embers filled with a malevolent intelligence. The air crackled again, and a figure began to coalesce from the shadows. It was tall and skeletal, its limbs impossibly long and thin. Tendrils of darkness swirled around it, like smoke from a dying fire.
Sound of stumbling back.
Jace stumbled back, fear gripping him like a vice. The book fell from his grasp, landing on the floor with a thud. He tried to speak, but no sound came out. He was paralyzed, trapped by the creature's gaze. The creature took a step closer. Its eyes bored into Jace's, filled with an ancient hunger.
You have summoned me.
Jace tried to pull away, but it was too late. The creature reached out, its hand a claw of bone and shadow.
Sound of thrashing.
Jace screamed as the creature's touch seared his flesh. He thrashed against its grip, but it was no use. He was helpless, caught in its grasp. The creature drew closer, its burning gaze never leaving Jace's. He felt a searing pain as if his very essence was being ripped away.
Sound of desperate plea.
He cried out, a desperate plea lost in the darkness. He saw a flicker of light in the distance. A woman with kind eyes and a sad smile, Maera.
I'm sorry, child, I was too late.
Then the light faded. The creature's grip tightened, and Jace's vision went dark. His screams were silenced, his life force extinguished. The creature consumed his soul, leaving behind only an empty shell. The cottage stood silent, shrouded in darkness. The book lay open on the floor, its pages filled with forgotten words. Outside, the wind howled through the trees, a mournful dirge for a soul lost. Hollow Creek remained a testament to the darkness that lurked at the edges of the world, a place where curiosity could lead to oblivion, and where some secrets were best left buried.